All right, here we go. Day 85 of the 100 Days of Narration Challenge, featuring bad reviews of bad things, or good reviews of bad things, or bad reviews of good things. Something like that. This is Reviews Week, full of reviews for games, movies, books, music, not music, because I didn't find any reviews about music that I kind of liked. It's stuff. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed yesterday's reading. You probably guessed something about who did the review and whatever. I'll announce the winner shortly if I haven't already. But today, for today's review, I'm going to read a review by Polly, because I don't actually know her real name, because nobody on the internet ever gives out their real name, because, you know, you could just stalk them and then knock on their window and go, hey buddy, hey, I found your name on the internet, and I just want you to know that we're going to be best friends forever, and don't mind me, I'm just going to hang around and watch you from the windows, and, you know, that's cool like that. You don't mind, do you? You don't mind. Okay. But anyway, we're kind of friends sort of deal, you know. She follows me on Twitter, and I follow her on Twitter. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Polly writes reviews for games and animes on her website socksmakepeoplesexy.net. Socksmakepeoplesexy.net, which is a very unique URL. And she actually messaged me over Twitter, or just, I don't know what you call it on Twitter when you just reply to somebody, one of those anyway, and said, hey, you should read like a review from me, and I did, and it was wonderful and awesome, and you know it was just full of vicious, vile, and that what started off this second round of reading reviews. So you have to thank Polly for putting me on to doing another review week after the first one, which was okay, but this one I think will be more fun because I get to say horrible things about things that are maybe bad, or maybe reading horrible reviews about good things, or horrible reviews about horrible things. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a bad in there somewhere. Anyway, so today's review is going to be Kiddy Grade by Polly. And I did read a bit of this already, so it's going to flow a little bit better, but still, this is going to be fun, I think. Yeah, Kiddy Grade by Polly, rather the review by Polly. I don't think Polly would ever want to be ever associated with this, but I'm getting ahead of myself here. Warning: this review contains no spoilers. Ha ha ha! Lies. Dearest internet Japanese cartoon reviewers, go fuck a pig. Go fuck a pig and contract pig AIDS. Feel the shame of having to come home to your significant other and family and having to tell them you fucked a pig and got pig AIDS. Fall into a deep and nigh suicidal depression, knowing that the entire world is mocking you for having pig AIDS, and that nobody will ever find a cure because they're smart enough to know that if you fucked a pig, that you deserve pig AIDS. Suffer for the rest of your miserable pig AIDS infested lives with pig AIDS, living every day in fear, knowing that with each passing hour, pig AIDS is eating away at your immune systems and destroying your vital organs. And while you're on your pig AIDS deathbed, dying of pig AIDS, allow me to visit and bring flowers. But it won't be flowers in my hands. It'll be one of those cute little grilled lighting blowtorches I got for $25 at the hardware store on my way home from not having pig AIDS. And with my cute little blowtorch, I will commence burning patches of your skin, moving the torch slowly up and down each and every region. Everybody will come rushing to your room because they'll think what they're smelling is bacon delicious bacon. But they won't find bacon, will they? No, they won't. They'll see a sick little piggy fucker with pig AIDS lying on their deathbed being tortured slowly by a psychopath with a blowtorch, and they won't do anything about it. Do you want to know why? Because you're a pig fucker dying of pig AIDS, and nobody loves a pig fucker who gives Kiddy Grade any kind of positive review. Sincerely, Polly. Second letter. Dear Kiddy Grade fans, what is your fucking problem, and what the fuck are you thinking? Are you out of your goddamn minds? Just liking Kiddy Grade is enough to tell me you have absolutely shit taste. But what the fuck happened to your brain to corrupt your taste so much that you think tripe like this could be passable as entertainment for any sustained period of time? I'm honestly beginning to think that around 90% of Kiddy Grade's fan base is blind and deaf, and the other 10% is just fucking retarded. Inquiring minds want to know. Your best pal, Polly. And now we get to the actual review. Yeah, that was just an introduction to the actual thing. By the way, if you don't know what Kiddy Grade is, and good for you, because that's great. Kiddy Grade is an anime that was released by Gonzo in the, mid-2000s or something like that, and even as a horrible weeaboo as I was back then, I could tell this was a horrible, horrible show, just looking at it. Then again, it's by Gonzo, who just makes nothing but horrible shows. That's gonna get me lots of flame mail, I think. Anyway, okay, so, yeah, starting the review now. Okay, here goes the review. I just don't get it. Now I know it's the cool and hip thing to rebel against popular tastes for the taste of being different, for the sake of being different, but honest to God, that's not what this is. While I will admit that in the past I've rallied against popular names like Halo, Grand Theft Auto, and Electronic Arts as a whole, I can acknowledge that each of those things have redeeming values, and I understand why people may genuinely enjoy and like them. Kiddy Grade is different. Kiddy Grade is fucking pig AIDS. There are so few redeeming qualities to it that I'm honestly dumbfounded at how many people can fucking stand this shit, let alone shout its praises on the internet for the world to see. Isn't that embarrassing? I'm not even going to pretend this is a review or anything I bothered researching after the show was over. It's a wall of focused bile, venom, and hatred directed at one of the worst Japanese cartoons I've seen in recent history. Some details will probably be left out, and maybe even a few of them will be wrong, and fuck it with trying to be organized about it. I just don't care. The way I look at it, this show wasn't trying hard enough, so I don't feel I should have to either. At first I thought, hey, maybe it's just me, and soldiered on through each DVD volume with that naive hope of, it'll get better. After all, that's what I've always been told about this series. A bit of a slow start, but it picks up about halfway through. It picks up all right. In terms of utter fucking stupidity and nonsense, the series climbs the tracks ever so slowly for the first 9 or 10 episodes and peaks at the height of mediocrity, reveling in it like a pig in a dirty, shitty wallow. The one you got pig AIDS from. As the wheels finally touch the second half of the tracks, it's a sharp 90-degree downhill ride at 1,842 miles per hour into the depths of insufferable, brain-damaging boredom and stupidity, crashing through the Earth's surface and finally barreling into the jaws of that special place in hell reserved for people who played and enjoyed Contraforce, the creators of Eureka 7. How would a Japanese pronounce it? I don't care. The creators of Eureka 7, and the people who have been writing and allowing The Simpsons to continue to air for the last 18 years. Oh, that's a bit harsh. Fair enough. Kiddy Grade, continue. Kiddy Grade takes place in the distant future where man has managed to colonize umpteen dozen planets. No, really, there are so many weird-ass and oddly named planets in the show that it's almost a chore to keep up with it all. And if you think the planets' names are weird, wait till you get a load of the characters' names and hearing some of the original Japanese voice actors trying to say them. I'll never get tired of hearing them try to pull off Warblewind. Anyway, the main driving force behind the plot is the misadventures of a government-run global police force known as GOT, Galactic Organization of Trade and Tariffs, that handles all the dirty work that needs cleaning up around the galaxy. After around 2 goddamn many filler episodes of really boring space delivery jobs and breaking up of smuggling rings and what have you, Kiddy Grade tries to put together an ongoing plot involving betrayal, dark past, and ultimately the fate of the world. But it all amounts to little more than wasted time and some flashy pictures. Scrolling down. Not that they're all that flashy, mind you. About the only real thing that stands out about Kiddy Grade are its character designs. They're of that wild and crazy sci-fi variety, and they had quite a bit of fun with some of the characters' costumes in that regard. They don't always look great or anything, but they sure are something. At first, it may seem like Kiddy Grade is doing some, Sorry, I'm having trouble getting the feel of the sentence. Let me just read it through first. Okay. At first, it may seem like Kiddy Grade is doing some stuff right with its artwork and animation, especially with battle animations for Eclair's lipstick whip foo and some decent special effects for Lemaire's computer hacking powers. About halfway through the show, though, the artist just kinda gave up, likely due to budgetary problems, and the whole presentation turns into lollipop. Oh, sorry, no, not lollipop, rather lolpoop, as you know, like LOL poop, haha, and it's trademarked Polly. So if you use that particular word, lolpoop, just realize Polly trademarked it. So there we go. Though never spectacular, the action scenes towards the beginning of the show are really the only highlight to look forward to. But as mentioned, it goes downhill fast, and soon it's just a bunch of characters either flying into one another with explosion effects or inexplicably firing invisible bursts of energy from their palms. Hell, even though the story is stupid as all fuck, they've given it some nicely done action scenes as a distraction to make the brain hurting stop. And scrolling down some more. While we're on presentation, I'll also mention that Kiddy Grade may have some of the worst opening themes ever. I mean, fuck. Get a load of that mangled to hell English that manages to make less sense than normal. Or how about that annoyingly generic J-pop dance track? Can you make it through the whole thing? Do you even want to? And then there's a link to the actual video intro for Kiddy Grade, and it really is quite something. You can look for it yourself, but it's something. It reminds me of really early 90s anime openings, which may be the point, like the lead stars singing the theme song in a passable manner. So if the intro came out in the 90s, I probably would have appreciated more. Oh, and also all the characters are standing around looking off into the mid-distance dramatically while the wind blows, I'm gonna look over here and think about all the dramatic things I need to be doing. I could really go for some cheese right now. Gotta add that to my grocery list. Oh damn, still need to look off into the distance. The camera hasn't moved yet. Yeah, Metal Gear. Okay, maybe not that, but yeah, that's that's the whole thing. Like, wow, that's yeah. Okay. Let's keep going. Planet keeping twinkle? What the holy fuck does that even mean? Give me the Holy Land. No, Kiddy Grade, I'm most definitely not giving you the Holy Land. You're just going to shit all over it like you always do. So go lay down somewhere else. Sorry, it's just so go lay down somewhere. Anyway, I guess this stupid show has some stupid background music or something. I don't even fucking remember. I'm drinking strawberry milk right now. Sorry, chocolate milk right now. I don't know why I said strawberry instead of chocolate. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Like, when you see the word chocolate, your mind immediately substitutes strawberry in there. It's like, why did I substitute strawberry? That's a weird thing I'm doing there. So whenever I look at chocolate cake, I'm like, oh, it's strawberry cake. No, it's chocolate cake. Why do I think strawberry? But I don't even like strawberry that much. I mean, I appreciate the flavor itself, but the actual strawberries itself, I just I don't like the texture, the pippiness. It's like coconut. I like coconut milk. But the actual flesh itself is like nah, yeah, not nice. Anyway, I guess this stupid show has some kind of stupid background music or something. I don't even fucking remember. I'm drinking chocolate milk right now, so just so everybody knows, when I went to the store earlier today, I bought some bread, lettuce, tomatoes, carrots, cucumbers, and a bag of flaming hot Cheetos. Those things are really fucking hot, if you didn't know. Okay. If it's characters you want, then holy gosh darn giggly golly gee, Kiddy Grade has a whole truckload of them. It's a really good example of quantity over quality, I think. Our stars are Eclair and her partner Lumiere. They work for GOT as both receptionists and members of a shadow unit of specialized officers. A unit of specialized officers. I can't say that word. I get an accent on the word officer. Yes, a unit of specialized officers. Why am I doing this voice? Oh, fucking hell. Who would the fuck do this voice over the word officers? Fucking goddamn golly gee gosh. Officers of a shadow unit of specialized officers that run around taking care of the universe's problems on the sly. Eclair is your run-of-the-mill hot body with a catty attitude, combat muscle, and a childish nature, while Lumiere is the straight man of the team, often chiding her partner for her rambunctious behavior. She lacks the muscle of Eclair, so usually ends up handling her share of the mission work by using all sorts of computer hackery-dackery. It should come as no surprise, but they both have OMG dark tragic past. Oh my god, Zoma. That's not actually in the text. I just added that as the end because once you start with OMG, you have to go pudding can. Both have lived for nearly 250 years and died multiple times, but have always been brought back to life with new bodies to continue their GOT work. Also, that's a big series spoiler. No, you don't care. But you don't care, because there's no way you're watching this shit, and son of a bitch, these Cheetos are seriously fucking hot. Both characters end up changing quite a bit over the course of the show in many ways. Their stories could have had some emotional impact had the show's overall lack of a coherent story not gotten in the way. In the end, their character development instead feels incredibly forced, like those long, hard shits Decoy is always talking about. I'm assuming Decoy is one of the other writers on the on this page. I don't visit the socksmakepeoplesexy.net. Socksmakepeoplesexy.net. Go there and read the rest of the reviews. They're also quite entertaining and enlightening, so you should do that. Where was I? Oh yes, long hard shits Decoys are always talking about. Eclair and Lumiere are both just there because the show had to have a couple of main characters. Maybe if they landed in a different show, they wouldn't be so by the numbers. They wouldn't seem so by the numbers. And while I'm on the subject, what the fuck is up with Lumiere's outfit? She's supposed to be the pedo bait character of the show, but I honestly can't see how she'd be in any way attractive to those people. That god awful blue leotard thing and those disgusting brown leggings make the whole outfit look like it's comprised of shit she found in a trash can somewhere and had to cut it up a bit to make it work. I will admit her second outfit. Sorry, I'm having a bit trouble reading this sentence. Let me actually scroll down so I can actually read the entire sentence. I will admit her second outfit is much more suitable, though. Oh, right. I will admit her second outfit is much more suitable, though. I was expecting some kind of bile and evil hate and stuff, but it just ends there, though. Eclair's outfit fares a little better, but even it has those retardedly huge shoulder pads that couldn't be any fun trying to get through smaller doorways. Going sideways probably isn't an option either since she's got them ginormous titties. If side characters are more your thing, well, then there's plenty of them too. Too many, in fact. Almost like every fucking Sunrise-produced show in existence, Kiddy Grade, which was produced by Gonzo, has a large supporting cast of characters who will appear and disappear as the story needs them. Usually, it's just to help hacks a solution to a very difficult problem that the writers couldn't find a non-cop-out way of rectifying. Rectal. I talked more in depth about the supporting cast, but I honestly just fucking hated them all. Only a couple of them ended up playing any kind of significant role in the story anyway. And then she shows pictures of the various characters. Oh, spoilers. And there's those characters of these two women. It's Alv and Dverger. I don't know how to say those names. I don't care. It's Alv and Dverger, by the way. Alv being the butchy one on the right, and Dverger being the pink fluffy one. They end up being a couple of the big bad guys. Alv goes on a crazy power trip because she's emo about having been a puppet through all the lives she's lived working for God. Also, Dverger is her mom, despite being the smaller, younger-looking one. But it's cool. They get to die together on a spaceship that plunges into the sun. Oopsie! Spoiler alert again. And then we get a picture of two characters. One has blue hair, one has red hair. It's kind of obvious what they're meant to be, but I won't bother saying out loud. Sinistra and Dextera aren't high-class ES members. They're red acteds. True story. And we go on. As for its pacing and story, nearly any review of the show will tell you that it's basically split into 3 large story arcs. For the sake of this write-up, I will refer to them below as boring bleh fuck up, stupid pickle fart middle part, which has an incredible ring to it if I say so myself, and ass gravy and biscuits finale. Stupid pickle fart middle part. Okay. The boring bleh fuck up fuck. The boring bleh fucky fuck. God. Script. I hate web pages. I keep scrolling past the text. The boring bleh fucky fuck portion of the show makes up the first 8 episodes. These are all really bad one-off stories used to introduce all of the main players. At first, it has a very 90s feel to it, and during the opening episode, you might not think that it's that bad, but as these episodes drag on, their stories only get dumber and dumber. Investigating illegal use of cybernetic implants for underground fight clubs, boring and predictable prisoner escort missions, and some dumb racing episode where I just played with my phone instead of watching are just a few of the awesomely sub-mediocre treats you're in for. Throughout all of this, all I could wonder is why the fuck were they wasting so much time on stories that were so generic and side characters who will never appear again? None of these stories or the characters involved in them are interesting at all. This series' introduction outstays its welcome by a good 6 episodes, and it don't fucking care. And it don't fucking care. You can suck its dick as you know, the series introduction as a person, you know, anthropomorphize as a person, and you can suck its dick. You can suck its massive dick. Next comes the stupid pickle fart middle part. This is where the creators of the show changed their minds about 150 times as to what kind of show Kiddy Grade should be. Is it space adventures of the space adventurers now? Or is it an emotional mind bender? Is it political intrigue that's the driving force? Or is it an action series? It doesn't make any of these transitions smoothly. One episode wants to be one thing, and 1 or 2 episodes later, it's changed its shit up again. It gets so confusing trying to keep track of who's on whose side or where the fuck the characters are in the galaxy that you really almost have to look up episode guides to figure shit out. The crazy thing is, it almost kind of does a couple of the things it wants to do right here. It had a great many opportunities to pull a couple of fast plot twists that might have made the series interesting, but decides to go and fuck it up with ridiculously simple solutions and plot twists you can see coming 29 miles away. Finally, the ass, gravy, and biscuits finale is just a clusterfuck. If you thought the show was stupid up to this point, then this is where it goes all out to exceed all of your expectations. More dumb plot twists and completely unintelligible character reveals here, with each one being dumber than the last. This is also the point where the main bad guy, if you can really call him that, hits the spotlight, does a whole bunch of fuck nothing, and has incredibly retarded ties to Claire. Turns out he was raised by her in one of her former lives, even though she doesn't quite remember. Guess it's a good thing Guess it's a good thing he dies too after finding out, right? Whoops! Another spoiler there. My bad. That revelation alone was enough to make me facepalm through my fucking DVD player and cost me 16 stitches. The series come to as logical of a conclusion as you could expect it to, I guess. The best part of the ending is simply the fact that the show's fucking over. Seriously, best fucking ending ever, just because I don't have to watch it anymore. Kiddy Grade is just fucking ridiculous. Not even the kind of ridiculous where you want to keep watching to see how stupid it'll get, like you would with the Grenadier, or Code Geass R2. It's more of a full-on, why the fuck do people watch this? Why do people like this shit ridiculous? I mean, honestly, what on earth possessed me to finish this garbage? Every upcoming episode felt like impending doom. I dreaded each and every one. I kept hoping that maybe sometime during the time I was watching that something during watching this, that something horrible would happen to one of this, just so I wouldn't have to continue. When I was rewatching My Hime last year for review, the sixth disc in the collection broke as I was taking it off the spindle. Why couldn't this have happened to Kiddy Grade? I left the damn things out, hoping my fucking cat would play with them, and even it didn't want to go anywhere near the shit. It took nearly 2 months to finish this damn thing, watching one DVD at a time. How people can call this anything more than below average is beyond me, and that's being generous. I know there's a whole fuckload of stupid out there in Japanese cartoon land, a whole fucking pile of it, where Kiddy Grade and Eureka 7 snuggle up together every night to keep warm. Let's just fucking pray that they never find their genitals and get curious. The only thing that could produce would be something stupider than either show's herp-dirdly-do fanbase of idiots who probably also think K-On! Is fucking pure genius. But I like K-On! I think Polly will kill me if I say that. Anyway, I got your grade right here. And then she rates it as 14 bowls of shit, which I don't think is a actual measurement of anything. But there we go. Oh my god, this was a very long review. And that was Kiddy Grade, the review for Kiddy Grade by Polly. And this was day 85 of the 100 Days of Narration Challenge. And you were listening to we're in the middle of a bad review week, as in bad review of a bad movie, bad review of a good movie, or a good review of a bad movie. And substitute the word movie for anime, for games, for books, whatever. It's going to be that kind of week where we read some truly horrible, horrible things, and it's wonderful. Pardon me. Okay. Hope you enjoyed that. Come back tomorrow, and I'll be doing another reading for another review. Yes, come back for that. Thank you. Hey, you seem like a cool, wonderful, and or awesome individual with impeccable taste in voice actors. So why not follow me on Facebook or Twitter? You can keep up with the latest projects I'm in, or that my friends are in, or that you could be in, because I occasionally post links to open editions to various projects that require voice acting out there, or that nobody's in, but they're interesting projects nonetheless that you may also find interesting. Also, lots of random thoughts about whatever's on my mind at that particular moment. Usually it's about food or video games, or foodie video games. Anyway, you can follow me on Facebook at OmadonVA or Twitter at Omadon. Hope to see you there.